All right, so we're just starting on our back. Now you can put a blanket down, or you can use a pillow under your head. Something to make you feel nice and cushioned and a little bit more at home than we already are. If you want to start with your feet on the floor, knees up, that might feel good on our low back. You might not want to straighten the legs out right away. Throughout class today, reminding yourself to listen to your body to make decisions that are best for you. So as I give options, begin to make decisions for yourself based on that still small voice inside of you that's going to guide you. And as you lie and relax on your back, however you find yourself, quiet things down and slow down a little bit so we can hear and listen to that still small voice and to our body. And maybe movement is what feels good to you, and you want some type of movement happening in the body. Maybe you're opening and closing the fingers or rolling the ankles around. Maybe stillness is what you need. And most importantly, we'll connect with our breath. As you fill the belly up with breath, sending your breath nice and low into the belly, using your diaphragm to breathe, pressing that breath low into the abdomen. We're grounding our breath here in the beginning of class, so it's not up and shallow in the chest, but nice and deep and low and rooted and grounded. Sometimes putting your hands on your belly is a great way to connect with that inhalation of expansion in the lower part of your torso, in the belly area. So if you can feel that belly ballooning and then deflating, it's a great way to help us send that breath nice and low. Now begin to take bigger breaths and deeper breaths, cleansing breaths as we refresh and renew ourselves for a nice and healthy practice. Take a really big breath inwards. And then let it all go, let it all out. Maybe taking a sigh of relief. Let your breath flow in and out naturally and peacefully now. So without trying too hard, just let it flow. Without forcing a deep breath, unless of course you want to. But throughout class, just letting a gentle cleansing breath flow in and out without stopping. And then every once in a while, that really big breath in and out can feel awesome, especially if we're in a challenging pose. So use your breath to guide you throughout class. We're going to wake ourselves up from this beginning meditation a little bit by reaching our arms up overhead You can point the toes and maybe even wiggle your hips from side to side. This can be exaggerated or gentle, and just stretching like a cat. So maybe bending your elbows a few times, straightening and bending, maybe bending alternating knees. Just sort of waking up. Not too much though, I know it's the end of the day. But just taking movements, whatever weird movement you want to take. I encourage you to be silly. No one can see you really. Oh, hey, we have Dion. Hey, Dion, I didn't see you hop in. Sorry, welcome. We're just playing on our back right now. So play away, just another moment here. Okay, we're gonna hug our right knee into our chest now and extend that left leg long. Maybe the left foot comes to the floor, knee up if you're feeling a little tender in the low back or the left thigh. Up to you. Everything's up to you. And let's rotate that right ankle around in big circles. And if you need that cleansing breath, take that cleansing breath. From here, we're going to take our right knee and draw it all the way across the body towards the left. For reclining spinal twist, you can gaze over the right shoulder. You can place your right foot on the left leg, and you can keep your left hand on the right thigh, gently pressing it, grounding it a little bit. And just take a big side stretch here. Let yourself be supported. Flowing breath in and out. We'll just take 2 more breaths here. Why not 3 breaths? I normally do 3, we'll say 3. All right, walk on back to the center of your mat safely and re-straighten your body out. To do this, I like to wiggle, pick my hips up and then wiggle them away from my shoulders and then wiggle my shoulders away from the hips. So we're lengthening our own spine, manually pulling the shoulders away from the hips and then settling in to our support, being blankets perhaps, or just the floor. And we'll hug the left knee in towards our heart this time, extending the right leg long. Just squeeze it, hold it, give your leg a hug, and rotate the left foot around in circles a few times. Take a big breath in and out. And when you're ready, we're going to take our left knee across the body towards the right. You can place your left foot on the right leg. You can ground your left leg with your right hand and gaze over the left shoulder. Taking some cleansing big breaths. Let yourself be supported. And we'll take 3 more breaths here as you are. And safely walk it back, walking those feet back to the center of the mat, just kind of rolling back to the center, and then wiggling yourself long and straight. Pulling the hips away from you, from your shoulders, I mean. And settle onto your back once again, feet on the floor, knees up this time. And widen those feet as wide as your mat, or a little wider even if you want. And then we're just going to drop our knees from left to right a few times, windshield wiping the shins. So big stretch to the thighs and the hips, the psoas here with the stretch. I love this one. I do this almost every day. And if you want, you can reach your arms up overhead for a heart opener. Maybe those elbows hang limp on the floor above you, so you can bend the elbows and notice the shoulder blades just being pressed open into that heart space, opening your chest. And we'll just rotate a few more times here. This could be as slow as you want or as fast as you want. Just be gentle no matter what. When you're ready, hug both knees in towards your heart and rock from side to side. Of course, you can pick your head up if you want, and if you're looking for a little bit more relaxation, just let the head be nice and heavy. Just rock from side to side. Get all those muscles in your back pressed out. We can kind of give ourselves a massage as we do this. Big breath in and out. And then we're going to rock back and forth to come up to sit. And you can take as long as you want in this rocking. This is also an opportunity for massage. And when you've had your fill of this rocking, using your core muscles and your balance to rock, we'll find a seated posture with our legs out in front of us. So just extend both legs straight in front of you for staff pose at first here, legs outstretched, and pull your toes all the way towards you. So flex those feet deeply. If you're really strong, you can pick your heels up off the floor. I'm not able to do that, but I'm working on it. And then point the toes as best as you can. And we're just going to do that 2 more times. So flex really big, point really big, flex, and point. Great. And then just relax the feet. And we're going to pull our right foot up towards the right hip, hugging our knee into our body. See if you can find space in your heart here. So if you're feeling collapsed, sit up on a blanket or a pillow. So I'm even going to raise the height of my blanket with a little fold. And that just gave me a little bit of the lift that I was looking for. We're going to wrap our left arm around the right leg and twist towards the right hip, gaze over the right shoulder, maybe gazing down at the right fingertips, just a gentle twist. Take a breath in and out. And inhale to center. Take a big breath in. And then we're going to open that right foot up so it's nice and wide, that knee's kind of open. And we're going to take our right arm and wrap it around the right leg and ankle, kind of snaking your arm around. And then we'll take our left arm and inhale up. Exhale your left hand behind your back. So it's a variation of a preparatory pose for blossoming lotus. I don't even know what to call it, sorry. But we'll just twist and open through that left shoulder. Let that left hip be heavy and get grounded, rooted. And inhale to center, release your arm and pull your right foot in towards the left thigh, opening up the knee. We're going to take head to knee pose. So when you're ready, just bow over that left leg, aim the belly button over the knee, and lead with your heart as you take a nice gentle fold. Take a few breaths here. Big breath in, big breath out. And we'll slowly come to rise, lift the chest, and then lift the chin last. Take a big inhale. And we'll just switch legs. So extend your right leg long and pull the left heel in, hug the left knee in, find an open heart. And when you feel stable, take your right hand around the left knee and twist over to gaze over the left shoulder. Cleansing breath in and out. And then inhale to center. And then we can open that left foot up, sort of like you've opened the door a little bit. The knee kind of plops open. And then take your left arm and see if you can snake it around the left leg, wrapping those fingers around the ankle. Inhale the right arm up, and then exhale it behind your back. Just take an opening of the heart. Let that right hip become open. Let that left hip support you. And we'll inhale to center when you're ready. Unwind that arm and leg and pull the left heel in towards the right thigh, opening that knee completely. We'll do head to knee pose, aiming your belly button over the right leg and leading with your heart as you hinge forward and fold. Janu Shirshasana. Take some deep cleansing breaths here. Use your hands to support your body. And keep focusing on pulling the right thigh muscle up and back into the hip. We'll take a few more cleansing breaths here. And then we'll lead with the heart as we sit up, lifting the chin last. Take a cleansing breath in. Awesome. We'll bring the soles of our feet together next for bound ankle. Figure out where your feet want to be, closer to you or further away. Grab onto the ankles and pull the heart upwards a little bit, maybe finding a little bit of that cow posture from cat-cow, broadening the heart. And then when you're ready, take a gentle bow forward as we open up through the inner thighs. Let that head become nice and heavy. Use your hands to support you, your arms to support you, and melt a little bit more deeply as we stay a little bit longer. Let the head become heavier and heavier. And we'll stay for a few more breaths. Slowly come to rise when you're ready. Take your time. Lift the chin last. Then we'll make our way into tabletop by gently closing those knees, crossing the ankles, sitting over the feet, or however you want to get there. And I have my blankets under my knees still. That's always a nice option. And we'll just rock from side to side in tabletop, getting our bones in the body, our arm bones in the shoulder socket, our leg bones in the hip socket, taking nice big circles around and around. You can take a few cat-cows here if you'd like. Maybe taking your gaze from side to side, from shoulder to shoulder, getting comfy. And when you're ready, find a neutral position with nice open thumbs. Lift your belly button high towards the ceiling as we soften our heart between our arms. So finding that middle tabletop between all of these extremes that we were just playing with. Big breath in and out. And hug your right knee in towards your nose. Take a big inhale and just squeeze it up and in. And then as you exhale, step your right foot back, catch your toes underneath you, and press your heel down. So big stretch to the back of the right leg. Just an easy runner stretch here. And we're just going to do that 2 more times. Big inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, step your right foot back, press your heel away from you. Use those arms if you must, if you want to. I suggest it. Or not. And then we'll do 1 more. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, step the right foot back, press that heel away from you. Great job. Come back to table when you're ready. We'll do that on the other leg. Set yourself up for comfort, whatever you need to do. Inhale, left knee to nose. Exhale, step your left toes back, let them catch underneath you and press that heel away from you. Big stretch to the back of the leg. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, step it back. Last one. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, step it back. Okay, I think we deserve a child's pose after that. Take it down, take those hips down. Rest your head, rest your arms. Find your favorite child's pose, whatever that looks like. And let the breath flow. I haven't covered intention yet, so I'll use this pose to briefly go over that this is a great opportunity to set an intention for class if you would like to. If there's any healing that you're working on today, take this opportunity to begin thinking about that healing. Maybe it's physical, mental, or spiritual. Taking your thoughts to anything that needs a little bit of your extra care and attention today. And maybe you want to dedicate your practice to a loved one. That's also a great way to find a beautiful and positive pathway for our minds throughout class. We'll stay in child's pose a little bit longer, solidify that intention. Let the breath flow. Let your head be supported. When you're ready, let's come into downward facing dog. So first down dog of class, maybe not for the day today for you, but first in class, so take time to walk it out, feel it out, see how you're feeling. I like to pedal my feet, press my shoulders towards my feet, wiggle my head a little bit from side to side, just opening up the body, introducing this inversion, adjusting to our head being lower than our hips here. Take a few cleansing breaths in and out. I like to just keep pedaling my feet because I'm fidgety and antsy, but maybe stillness is what your body needs. When you're ready, let's step forward to the front of our mat. Take your time getting there. Keep the feet hip width apart, knees bent. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Keep your belly lifting. Press the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Take it easy. Maybe there's a big bend in the knees. Let the head be heavy. Let the arms be heavy. And we'll hang out in forward fold for a little bit longer. Uttanasana. Any tension or stress, see if you can let it roll off your back, off your shoulders, off the body. Just let it go. When you're ready, squat down, bending those knees to reach the arms up, look up, upward salute, straighten through the legs. Exhale the hands through to prayer, steady standing. Take a moment in mountain pose, Tadasana. Adjust to being upright. And we're gonna do some standing postures. Take a moment in mountain pose. Just feel out the soles of your feet. Find all four corners. Relax the toes. So we don't want to feel like we're clenching onto our toes like we're at the edge of a cliff. Just relax, root through those heels. And take a cleansing breath in and out. All right, let's do a standing pose. So if you want to come to the wood floor, that might be helpful. And we'll start on our left foot. Gently find your balance on your left leg by hovering the right foot off the floor. And when you feel like you've got your balance, hug that right knee up and in. Hug it up. And you can flex through the toes as you point the whole foot for a nice yogic foot. Hold on with that left hand to the right leg, and we're going to attempt to twist here. So inhale, reach the right arm up and then take it back behind you for a twist. See if we can hold for a few breaths. 1, 2, 3. Let it go, let it down. Awesome job. Let's try the other side. So maybe shake it out. And we'll balance on our right foot now. Find all four corners of that foot. Hover the left leg up off the floor. Catch your balance. And when you're ready, hug the left knee up and in. And once again, maybe we flex the toes and point the foot at the same time. Keep holding on with your right hand to that left leg. Inhale the left arm up and take a twist open towards the left hip. Left arm extends behind you. Find your balance. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Awesome job. Shake it out. Shake it out. Really good. Okay. We're going to come back to the front of our mat. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. I'm going to adjust my camera. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Great. Take it back, walk it out. Feel it out. And then we'll inhale into a high plank posture, high plank pose. Nice and strong on the arms. When you're ready, take it down all the way, let it go. Inhale, press the floor away from you. Lift your heart, press the feet down. Big breath in, exhale, child's pose. Whew, take a load off. Take it easy. Big breath in and out. Big inhale and big exhale. Grounds through the tailbone, ground through the head. If I were with you right now, I'd gently press on your low back. So emotionally, energetically, I'm sending you pressure to the low back. When you're ready, let's come back up to downward facing dog. Lift those hips up nice and high. Dropping the heels as far as they'll go, lifting the belly button as high as it'll go. And step it all the way forward to the front of your mat. Take your time. Feet wide, knees bent. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Release your arms towards the floor. Maybe you hang out, grabbing opposite elbows like a rag doll. Just doing what feels good. Bend the knees, reach the arms up, look up, upward salute. Exhale the hands through to prayer, steady standing. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, let's hang out in forward fold again. Let the head be heavy. And then bend the right knee. So bend your right knee, pick your right heel up off the floor. And then we're going to keep the left arm down and reach the right arm up for a twist. And then take the right hand down. And then we're going to reach the left arm up for a twist on an inhale. And it's just a bend and lift of that right heel. Big twist and opening. And then let it go. And we'll drop the right heel, straighten the right knee a little bit, and then bend the left knee, pick the left heel up off the ground. So immediately there's a deeper stretch to the back of the leg. And we'll keep the right hand down, twist the left arm up nice and high. Exhale, fold back over the legs. Keep the left arm down, reach the right arm up, inhale. Nice. And take that right hand down. Straighten through both knees slightly, not too much. Hang out in forward fold for another breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Big breath in and out. Inhale, high plank pose, top of a push-up. Exhale, slowly lower, hit the deck. Inhale, lift your heart, press your feet down. And child's pose. Take it easy. Take it easy. Once again, recenter. Come back to any intention that you may have set. Lengthen through the spine. Take a cleansing breath in and out. We'll just hold this for 3 more breaths. We'll slowly sit back on those heels, finding hero's pose. So if you want to find your blanket under the knees, once again, that would be a good idea because we're going to do some low lunging. So maybe taking a blanket under the shins and the knees. We'll find a lifted heart in hero's pose. Taking a moment to lengthen the spine. And then just rotate those shoulders around in big circles. One way. And then the other way. And then we'll let our hands hang alongside the body and just give the wrists a little rotation like you're painting circles on the floor. Give those hands a gentle shake, the fingers a gentle, gentle shake. Just releasing anything you're still holding on to. Let it go, my friends. Okay, let the arms and hands rest in your lap. Lift the heart and we'll rotate through the head and neck, drawing big circles with the crown of our head. One way first. And then going the other way. And then we'll find a neutral chin somewhere in the precise center, middle of that circle you were making. And take a cleansing breath in and out. Okay, let's pull ourselves forward into low lunge with our right foot forward first. Why not? So I'm just going to come through to tabletop and then pick my right foot all the way up. See if you can get your right foot underneath your chest and your face as much as you can. You can curl the back toes under to walk that knee a little further away from you and then release the toes. And you can have your right hand on the outside of your right foot, or you can take your right hand inside the right leg a little bit, and this is going to help us deepen into those hips a little bit. So making a judgment call, what's best for you this evening. And if you have a block or an ottoman or a chair or something that you can take your hands or elbows to settle into the pose a little bit. We'll hold it for several breaths. Taking deep cleansing breaths here as we melt through those hips. Finding what's best for you this evening. As you feel more open here, you may want to slightly roll onto the pinky edge of your right foot and open the knee up a little bit. However, that's absolutely optional, and maybe that doesn't feel good, so do what's right for you. But that is an option if you want to kind of melt a little more into this pose. It gets a little bit more of your glute and your right hip than the left thigh, so just depends what you need today. And we'll hold for 3 more breaths. When you're ready, pull the right knee in if it was open, and find a little bit of a halfway lift with the heart. So just lift the heart up a little bit. We'll still stay in the lunge. And just take a moment here as we lift the heart. And then keeping your left hand on the floor, maybe you place a block under the left hand. We'll just take a big inhale with the right arm up nice and high. If you want, you can take your right hand behind your back and sink. Make that right hip nice and long, so it's side stretch to the right side of the body. Awesome. And then we'll exhale that right hand down and tuck our knee back underneath us for child's pose. So take a break. We'll do that on the other leg coming up. Give yourself the time you need. Find your center, find your place of peace here. When you're ready, we'll pull through to tabletop to draw the left foot forward. See if you can get that left foot in underneath your chest and your face as much as you can. And you can curl the right toes under to kind of walk that knee back and then settle into your hips for low lunge. Find what's working for you. Maybe the left hand is on the outside of the left knee, and maybe you work your left arm inside the left leg just to give yourself a little bit more room to sink. Maybe you're on your fists, maybe you're on a chair, a block, an ottoman, anything to give you the support you need. And we'll hold this for several breaths. Maybe there's a big difference on either side of the body. I know there is with me. And as you stay here, you may find there's freedom to roll onto the pinky edge of the left foot and open the knee up slightly. Or maybe not. Makes the pose a lot lazier, I think, when you do that. You have to be careful too of your hip and your knee in this pose, so just do what feels right. We'll hold for 3 more breaths. 3, 2, 1. Lift the heart, pull the left knee in towards the center of your body if you have it open. And stay in low lunge, supporting yourself with your arms. Find a comfy position. And then we'll keep the right hand down. Reach the left arm up for a twist. Big inhale. Drop that left hip away from you. And maybe take the left arm behind your back if you wish. Okay, and then we're going to rotate back to center. Take your hands back to the mat and tuck your left leg back underneath you. Let's do child's pose. Knees together or apart, whichever works best for you. Arms forward or back, whichever is the jam for this moment. Take a cleansing breath in and out. From here, we're going to pull to Sphinx pose. If you would like to open up your blanket once again, that might be a nice cushion under your hip bones. Taking your elbows underneath the shoulders and connecting your belly to the floor. Gently press your feet down. Maybe we wiggle the knees together or we wiggle the knees apart. So see what feels best in your body today. Inhale, feel your belly inflate into the mat. And then you can pick the chin up and drop it down a few times as we loosen through the upper back. And find a neutral chin when you're ready, just resting in Sphinx pose. If you want to stay with your chin drops, that's kind of a great place to rest here. We'll just stay a little bit longer. Big breaths in and out a few more times. When you're ready, let's take it all the way down to the floor. Rest your whole chest down. You can take your hands like goalposts towards the upper body, or you can straighten your arms, hands towards the feet. Just doing what feels right for a few moments here as we feel the firmness of the floor. Let yourself be supported and respond to the stiffness and resistance of the floor beneath us by opening the back body, breathing into the back body, expanding and lifting. Take your other cheek to the mat if you have a cheek on the mat. So switch sides so we're balanced if you're using a cheek. We'll just take 3 more breaths here, nice and slow. When you're ready, we're going to flip all the way over onto our back, flipping like a fish and coming onto our back for our last few poses of class. Take it easy. Hello, floor. Take a big cleansing breath in and out. And we'll start with the soles of our feet together, knees open for reclining bound angle. And we'll hang out here for several breaths. So really make yourself comfortable. If you need to come out to readjust, if you need to change even the slightest of things, I welcome it, I recommend it. Anything to let this pose become more sustainable. So taking your time to find what's right. Maybe we place a pillow under our head. That would be really nice right about now. And we'll hold for a few minutes. Maybe the hands come to the belly. Maybe you want to continue with a heart opener with the arms up overhead. Settle in with every exhale. Let it go and let it flow. As you breathe, notice how your body's feeling. After practicing for almost an hour now, let the belly rise and fall, and let the skin of the face be soft. Let the leg bones be heavy. And if you're feeling tension through the hips, see if you can melt it with your exhales. Like you're steaming up a mirror, trying to melt a stick of butter. Just melt whatever tightness and tension is going on in the hips or anywhere that might need it. We'll stay for 3 more nice and long breaths. Big inhale, big exhale, big inhale, big exhale, big inhale, and let it go. Let's bring our knees back together and hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug and draw big circles with your knees on the ceiling. You can grab onto your knees with your hands, like you're using the steering wheel or rowing a boat or something, and just draw big circles one way, and then go the other way. Okay, last pose of class we'll do on each leg. First, take one leg over the other. I don't care which one. I've got my right leg over my left leg. Cross your knees like you're sitting cross-legged. And just hug your legs inwards. Give them a squeeze. Big stretch to the outer right hip. Take some cleansing breaths. To come out of it, we'll grab right hand and right knee and right hand, left knee and left hand, and just widen those knees. Take them open like you're opening a book, and then change the cross. And go the other way. Hug the legs inwards. Big stretch now through the outer hip. Whichever leg you didn't cross last time, do this time. Take a breath in and out. Let it go. And then to come out, we'll open those knees again like a book. Grab one knee in each hand and just open like a book. And then we'll do any last movements, gestures, postures we want to take or make before Shavasana. So I call it free period. Free period. do what your body is saying you need to do, and maybe that means jumping straight into Shavasana. Taking your time to get there, setting up with blankets, pillows, anything to help you settle into Shavasana. And we'll stay on our backs for a few minutes. Whatever hard work you put in during class today, let that hard work absorb into your memory, into your mind's eye, into your bones, into your muscles. Let the breath flow peacefully and naturally, easily and gracefully. Let the skin of the face be soft. Let yourself be supported completely. Notice the firmness of the floor. And let it hold you up as you melt a little bit more deeply. Let the breath keep flowing freely. When you're ready, roll to the right side of your body, resting your head on your arm like a pillow. Taking this fetal position to hug yourself, giving yourself some self-love. Whatever peace that you've created around yourself, hug it close to your heart. And bring it with you as you slowly come to rise, sitting upright. And we'll enjoy the last few moments of class, observing how we feel after practicing, noticing any newly found freedoms in the body. Maybe we feel a little bit taller, a little bit lighter. Maybe seated meditation feels a little bit more comfortable, like we could stay here a little bit longer. Maybe the breath flows a little bit more freely. bringing our hands to prayer at heart center. Remind yourself one last time of any intention or dedication that you made. Seal it in with a kiss, thumbs to forehead for a little bow. Bowing in honor and gratitude of one another. Namaste.